What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm Sunday morning game day live stream. Or is it afternoon? No, I guess technically it's still the morning. I'm Howard Bender. Look who's with me today, right? Oh, John and Pemba off traipsing through Las Vegas right now. So we bring in Adam Ronis. Good morning, Dr. Ronis. How are you today?
Yeah, definitely am a doctor today. I figured this was going to be a wild week with injuries, and it certainly is. We know some players out and doubtful, others game time decisions. So, yeah, this is probably the toughest week we've had so far of the first three.
No doubt, and we're going to do that. Let me tell everybody right now first how to get to get into ask the questions that you need for your lineups. Go to fantasyalarm.com/discord. Get into our Discord channels there. We have two channels, one on the Fantasy Alarm server, one on the DFS Alarm server. It says live stream QA. That's where you go. You pop in there, you ask your questions. Adam and I more than happy to give you the answers. So again, that's fantasyalarm.com/discord, and you can jump in on that as well. Let's see, what just a couple of other things that we're just gonna jump in. Gonna say hi to our friends over at Yahoo, right? Fantasyalarm.com/Yahoo. All right, you go there. Use the promo code ALARM, make your first deposit, but you get $25 in contest cash for free right off the bat. But then what you also get is you get the NFL Playbook Pro from Fantasy Alarm. That's right, for free. Just go over to Yahoo at fantasyalarm.com/Yahoo, put in that promo code ALARM, make your first deposit, then come right back over to dfsalarm.com and you'll see it right there. Playbook, example lineups, coaches, articles, everything you need, all there available to you. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on in week 3, and then we'll get to some questions. We'll give people some time to move in there. I guess the top stories right now surround two high-quality players. One, DeAndre Hopkins, dealing with a rib injury. The other one, Dalvin Cook, running back for the Vikings, dealing with his ankle injury. What do you know so far right now, Adam?
Yeah, it sounds like Hopkins might play. The thing with Hopkins is he's kind of always played through injuries. He barely sits. So we kind of went through this last year a few times, and he winds up playing. That game is at 1 p.m. Eastern, as they are in Jacksonville. So we'll know in about a half hour whether he's active or not. And for the most part, if you have him, you're going to play him. I did move him outside the top 10, but 11, 12. So still wide receiver 1. I think in most instances, unless you're in a real shallow league, you're going to play him. Dalvin Cook is the tricky one. It sounds like, based on reports from Adam Schefter earlier today, that Cook is not going to play, but that game is at 4:25 p.m. Eastern. So you might have to make a tough decision. I know I do in a league because my best alternative is in a 1 p.m. Eastern game. So as of right now, I have Madison in there. Hopefully, maybe we get further news before 1 p.m. Eastern. Madison is an RB2. I don't think he's an RB1. We saw times last year he was in for Cook and didn't really play great. Obviously, in DFS, he's going to be cheap, so you certainly play him in cash. Tournaments, that's your decision. You might say, all right, he's going to be kind of chalky, can go to a different direction depending on how many lineups you make. Season long, I got him right around RB15 in almost all formats. He's going to get the workload, and we know Seattle has been susceptible defensively, not as good as they were in the past. Derrick Henry obviously ran all over them last week. So in a lot of instances, if you have Madison, you're probably going to play him, especially with the running back landscape being as crappy as it is.
And it really is kind of crappy. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this is really, it's kind of funny, when you talk about, you got like the zero RB truthers who are like puffing their chest and being like, see, I told you, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, though, I mean, if you decide that for your flex position, you're going to be utilizing the wide receivers because there's so much depth over there, see what happens over time. Because, as time goes on, and teams start building up and other defenses are wearing down, then all of a sudden the running back landscape gets a little bit better. So all right, so we're saying yes to DeAndre Hopkins. He is likely to play. We're saying unlikely to play for Dalvin Cook. I like the pivot. I did this with the the example lineups over at dfsalarm.com. I built them under the assumption that Dalvin Cook was going to be out. You know, when Schefter tweets out that he's unlikely to play, no, you don't want to rule him out completely, but you know, for the sake of, you know, showing you different ways to build lineups, I utilized Alex Madison and explained to everybody out there that what you do is give yourself like a high-end wide receiver, or give yourself a late game wide receiver, right? Doesn't have to be an expensive guy, just somebody who's going to be playing in those 4 p.m., 4 p.m. games. And then what happens is then all of a sudden, okay, you can, if Dalvin Cook is in, what you can do then is you can just pivot and you can go to Dalvin Cook from Madison, and then boom, turn around and you can get a different wide receiver in there. There's just different ways to manipulate it. You can do it with your tight end. You can do it with your defense, however you want to make it happen. But, it's not a terrible pivot, but I built the lineups expecting Cook to be out. So showing you if you're paying down, for Madison, because, I do like him and I do think that he's going to be chalky and you're definitely going to want him, use him in cash lineups. But to show you, how to manipulate with the wide receivers or with the tight ends. So lineups will be posted right after this live stream. But yeah, other stories that you're looking at here, Adam, anything big that's sitting on your plate?
Yeah, I mean, T. Higgins looks doubtful, so that's a bump up for Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, Darrell Henderson likely not to play. It's still not great for Sony Michel because you're going up against the Tampa Bay run defense, and I think the Rams are going to have a plan that most teams have had against the Bucs this year. Is like, okay, we're just not going to run the ball that much and pass quite a bit. So Sony Michel, you would think, all right, yeah, we play him. I wouldn't be as happy about that because of this matchup. So I don't think he's an automatic play. Looks like Evan Ingram is going to play, and Kenny Golladay is going to see reduced snaps, according to the wide receivers coach. So you would think this week, Atlanta, he should have a good matchup, but I lowered him in the rankings right before this live stream. I'll have more updates once this live stream is over at noon, final updates. But yeah, Golladay I had to push down a little bit. So yeah, those are the big ones. We already know Deontay Johnson's out, so that's good for Juju and specifically Claypool too, because now Claypool's going to see more snaps, so that's good for him.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I've been doing, looking at that Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game a lot, and with the lineups, I've got a lot of Claypool. I've got Jamar Chase. When I need to pay down, I love a little Tyler Boyd. I think Tyler Boyd gets really, really undervalued, and I think that's, just a guy who can get a decent number of targets, has really good hands, runs clean routes as well. So. Yeah. All right. Well, geez, there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. Talking about the betting world over at wageralarm.com. You guys can take a look at my tickets for the Golden Nugget contest. You can also look at the tickets for the Westgate Super Contest. Those lines lock at on Wednesday. So some of those lines have actually changed. But what you can do is you can take a look at the best bets article over there in the prop bets article. I did those last night. Some more updated lines, that the Chargers were getting 7 instead of the 6.5. I kind of dug that. But you and I, Adam, we were talking trap games earlier. I asked you if the Arizona Cardinals traveling over to the Jacksonville Jaguars, is that the ultimate trap game for this week? And you said...
I think the Raiders are the biggest trap this week. 2-0 at home, coming off wins against the Steelers and Ravens. Obviously, the Dolphins with no Tua. We'll go with Jacoby Brissett. I know he didn't look great last week, but the Dolphins as an underdog have been pretty good. And the line went from 4.5 to 3.5, which is kind of surprising. I know the Dolphins were awful last week, but they're have a good defense. So I think the Dolphins cover, and they could even win this game. But I think the Raiders at -3.5 is a big trap.
Yeah, I went through the same thing too, and I was talking to James Grande in the DFS podcast. I was also talking to him about this on Annie Up on Thursday night. He filled in for Mpemba, and yeah, it was that same thing. I'm watching that line. I'm like, if the Raiders are, if we're looking at the Raiders and they're, 2-0 and they're at home and everybody's in on Derek Carr now all of a sudden, and they're finally putting it together. Like, first of all, why is it only 4? Right? Why isn't this line 6, 6.5, 7 even? Right? Because you're talking about Miami with Brissett and instead of Tua. And I don't know, do you think that, is Vegas saying that Brissett gives Miami a better shot to keep it close? I don't, whatever the case may be, I got Miami in a lot of DFS lineups here, and I even threw them down there in the as the underdog touchdown bet of the week. Give me a Miami defense touchdown for plus 650 over at BetMGM. Right? What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing at all.
So good. All right. I want to get to Discord here. Oh, big shout out to our producer, Matt Sells, who's actually going to relay for me a message to the higher ups over here at Fantasy Alarm. So somebody get into the general channels over at Discord and please help the people that are having trouble connecting and finding our NFL channels. They need your help. Give them a hand. Lend them your hand. They want to talk to Adam. They don't want to talk to me. They want to talk to Adam. So, all right, you know what? Here we go, Adam. I'm going to go into some live stream chatter here and see what we got. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's go.
Should we rapid fire this, or you want to take your time? You want to go slow? You want to go smooth?
Whatever needs to be done, man. Some questions might need some detail. Others, it's obvious.
All right, Trey Sermon or Clyde Edwards-Helaire at a half-point PPR?
I think I actually might have CH slightly higher, but it's close. I mean, Sermon's in a good spot. Elijah Mitchell is doubtful. I don't think he plays. And this is the opportunity that Sermon's kind of been waiting for. We know Green Bay's defense is not great against the run, so I think I'm going to go Sermon, so I might have to bump him up.
I like it. Yeah, this is that game where, like, all of a sudden Sermon steps up and every single person who blew all their fab budget on Elijah Mitchell's like, don't.
Or Jock Patrick gets 2 goal line touchdowns.
To never be heard from again because Jeff Wilson will be back soon. Oh, Jacques Patrick. Oh, Jacques. Frere Jacques. Shout out to Ann Dunn. Good morning, Ann. She says, morning, Howard and Adam. She needs one in a PPR format here. Damian Harris, Devonta Smith, or Henry Ruggs?
It's not Ruggs. I know he's had the big play, but that Miami secondary is pretty good. So it was Devonta Smith and
Damian Harris.
I'm going to go Devonta Smith against the Cowboys. They are so banged up on the defensive side, missing a lot of guys. Their defensive line basically is battered. We've seen opponents put up big numbers against them. So I'm going to go Devonta Smith.
Battered, huh? Were they deep fried too?
Everything, man. They're just mess. They're a mess, man. Sucks.
They're a mess. That's because they've got Lel Collins who's sitting there trying to like bribe people to report otherwise on his drug case, huh?
Yeah, I guess he needed to pay more money. Did you see the figure? I didn't see. How much did he offer?
I have no idea. I mean, you'd think that if you're going to make that kind of a move, right, you better go over the top.
You do. You got to make sure that they are going to accept it, because if they don't and this leaks out like it does now, it doesn't look good.
You think he like
palmed him like Jones, get in there, give this guy more money. Like, go to Jerry Jones. Hey, Jerry, I need money. I'm sure Jerry would have, hit him off.
You think he like palmed him a 20, or do you think he went actually for the C note?
He probably went for the C note, but I saw a tweet that they make like $30,000 a year, these drug collectors. So probably should have went double the salary. Hit him 60.
I would have tripled the salary, dude. You got that kind of cash running around. He's got it in his sock.
Out, man. Just go to Jerry.
Just go. Jerry, man, I'm having a problem.
Hopefully he learned his lesson. Next time this happens, go right to Jerry Jones. Say, hey, I need some money.
Yeah, he's got like a stash of suitcases and briefcases, and he's like, well, how much do you need? Oh, I got the big duffel bag for that one there. All right, let's cruise through. Good morning, Jeff. He says he's got Carson, Mixon, and Eckler. He needs 2.5 point PPR.
All right, I think we're playing Eckler. Finally got the targets last week. High scoring game. Chiefs banged up on the defensive side. And then I'm going to go with Mixon for the workload, man. As they're giving him 20 plus touches. Steelers defense also banged up as well. I know the Chiefs Vikings Seahawks is going to be a high scoring game as well, but I'm going to go with Mixon.
Mixon it is. Anne's back here again. She says Sammy Watkins or Leonard Fournette in the PPR format. Fournette's getting the start here. What do you think?
I actually think this could be a decent Watkins week against Detroit, but you know what? I'm going to go Watkins. I think he has a pretty good game here against Detroit.
All right. Now, if DeAndre Hopkins doesn't play, she's got a flex situation here with Pittman or Fournette also.
You know, Pittman is a tough guy for me right now because I'm trying to figure out the same thing. It sounds like Carson Wentz is going to play. I think they just showed him warming up, which I just don't know how he's playing if he really has a high ankle sprain and an ankle sprain on the other foot, and he's not going to be able to move around much. So if Wentz goes, I'll go Pittman. I mean, Tennessee's secondary is so bad, but that's the risk if something happens to Wentz in game. So I'm trying to decide this myself. My decision is Pittman and Mooney right now. So I had Mooney in. I just put Pittman in before, and I'm going to probably take this up till game time. But we should find out in 10 minutes where the Wentz goes. So I guess if Wentz goes, I'll go with Pittman.
Okay. Half point PPR, OBJ, Jamar Chase, Mike Davis, DJ Chark, or the revenge game narrative for Kenyon Drake.
How many?
Just one.
Chase.
Jamar Chase. I agree. Jeff is chiming in that he can also pick up Trey Sermon, but I think we're locking in on Eckler and Mixon there for him, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you should pick Sermon up if he is available. I mean, it sounds like that might be a shallow league. Yeah, but Sermon's below those three because we just don't know. Look, he's in a good spot, right? But I don't think you say, oh, he's an automatic play because anything could happen in this 49ers backfield. So, yes, he's an RB2 this week because we expect him to get the most volume with everything that's happened in that backfield with Elijah Mitchell doubtful, but you're not playing him over those top guys.
In a PPR format, Adam, Deebo Samuel or Devonta Smith?
I'm going to go Deebo. My only concern is do they lock Jair Alexander on him, but I think they'll move Deebo around. He's been the go-to guy. I expect there to be points in this game. So I have Deebo a little bit higher, but Smith's in a good spot too. Kind of sucks you can't play both.
Yeah, yep. I was a little bit more worried about Jair Alexander than you. I'm going to lean Smith on that one. All right, half point PPR. Please pick three. You ready? You got pen and paper?
I don't. I can get one if you want. It's right here.
I mean, I can go slowly if you want. There are a lot of names here.
I'll do the pen and paper. Let's go.
All right. Zeke.
Okay.
So you're not writing. Are you writing?
I am.
All right. Zeke, Madison, Sutton, Mike Davis, Rondell Moore, KJ Osborne, Latavius Murray, and Tony Pollard.
And three, right?
Three.
Yeah, Zeke, Madison, Sutton.
Yeah, right? It was like the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Come on, Jock.
Make me waste my ink.
You owe Adam Ronis ink now. Sorry. Better go to a stationery store. Do they even have stationery stores
There's
anymore?
There's a couple. They're still out there.
Aw, so cute. Go to Utica and find one. Is Kerryon Johnson worth a bench spot in PPR? I'd be dropping Felton.
I don't think so.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Me neither. Here we go.
Unless you get points for big knee braces.
Ooh.
Right.
Well, I already have Raheem Mostert on IR, so I think I got big knee braces covered already. I'm just wearing it for protection. You stop it. Good friend Ann says she needs a running back and a flex in a PPR. Tyson Williams, Sterling Shepard, Jalen Waddle, Christian Kirk.
Two, right?
What's that?
Two she needs of those?
Yep, a running back and a flex. So
Williams,
the running back, I guess, is Tyson Williams.
Yeah, and Shepard. I mean, again, Shepard's been the go-to guy. It's a good matchup against Atlanta. Talked about Kenny Golladay playing less snaps, even with Evan Ingram back. It's Shepard. He's been the go-to guy for Daniel Jones.
There you go. Flex half-point PPR, Quintez Cephas, Devonta Smith, or James Robinson.
It was 2?
No, just 1.
Oh, yeah, Smith. I mean, against the Cowboys, man, it's a great spot for Philly. And Smith's going to go off in this game.
Ruggs or Patrick?
I'm going to go Patrick. I know Ruggs has that big play potential, but again, Dolphins secondary is pretty good. Patrick going up against the Jets. He's finding the end zone. I know only 4 for 37 last week, but scored. We'll go Patrick.
Patrick, there you go. Fournette or Chark?
Oh, boy. Half-point PPR?
No, full-point PPR.
Damn. All right, I'll go Fournette. Just he seems to be the preferred back there. Again, this is such a pass-heavy offense with Brady, but Fournette could catch a couple passes. Maybe they get near the goal line. Maybe they actually give him a goal line carry and he scores. Should be a high-scoring game. The thing, too, about this game is should be a lot of passing on both sides. I spoke earlier about how I think the Rams are going to employ pass-heavy, and that usually leads to stoppage in play, incompletions, and more plays run by both teams. So increased opportunity for a touchdown for Fournette.
There you go. I like it. All right, flex 2 of them here. Ready? Mixon, Sermon, Ayuk, Waddle, or Sony Michel?
Mixon and Sermon.
Mixon and Sermon. How about Sermon or Jamar Chase in a PPR?
Ooh, damn. I'm going to go with Chase, man. I just think, he scored 2 weeks in a row. You take Higgins' targets away. I know last week was rough because it came a touchdown late. Steelers defense, not what it was. I'm going to go with the star in Chase.
I like it. Hey, just so you know, Adam, they always say you never tell somebody what their tell is at the poker table. But seeing as how you and I don't play poker, when you're unsure about a decision, right? When it hits you at first, you go, and I see your top row of your teeth, you curl that top lip in there. So when you're playing poker,
first of all, I don't
just go like this.
I don't play poker, and if I did, I would obviously figure that out.
Would you?
I'm a good liar. Just kidding. I never lie.
And all the ladies in Adam's life just deleted his number.
It's not a lie if you believe it, said George Costanza. Words that I live by.
It's so true, though.
It is true, right?
It's so true. Super Sam wants to know, is he crazy to roll with Trey Sermon over Javonte Williams in his flex?
Oh, that's not crazy at all. I mean, I like Williams, good matchup against the Jets, but he's still splitting with Melvin Gordon. So, yeah, I would go with Sermon. That's not crazy.
Hunter Madison.
If he's going to start, obviously we're assuming that Dalvin Cook is out based on the reports. And even if Cook does go, he can't be 100% based on what we're hearing, right? If they say Cook's going to play, he's not getting 20, 25 touches. It would probably be a split. And I have to think, I know Minnesota is desperate at 0-2. At the same time, you can't risk Cook going out there and re-injuring it or making it worse and then missing an extended period of time. So Madison, if he is the starter.
I agree. Ponch wants you to know that he's in the room right now. I don't know. Okay. Do you know Ponch?
Do I? I don't know.
I know Ponch. Ponch is a good dude.
Oh, wait. I know who he is now. Okay.
Right? When you and I end up hanging out in Chicago, right down on the south side, you and I are going to go visit Ponch. We're going to get a big home-cooked meal, all the Latino dishes that you could possibly want. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time.
Some flan, right?
Oh, I love flan.
See, oh, yeah, you are on my side. Fensterman hates it. We had this big debate a couple times in Alarm After Hours. Flan is phenomenal. For those that hate it, you don't know what you're missing.
Seriously, right? It's custard. It's caramel. What's wrong with that?
I don't know what's wrong with people.
I don't know what's wrong with Fensty. I think that's really what it comes
He has
down
a lot
to.
of issues. We know that.
Right. There's too many times on the basketball, too many elbows to the head, while trying to, shine the glass on the basketball court.
For sure.
All right. Jeff has Pollard, Sermon, and Jay Williams on his bench. Sony Michel and Malcolm Brown are available. Are they better? No.
Wait. He has Pollard,
Sermon, and Javonte Williams.
Oh, man. I would want to get Sony Michel somehow, though. That's all he can. Not for this week, but long term. Oh, then again, Henderson could be back. I would try and find someone else to cut. Sony Michel should not be on waivers.
All right. Butchie says in a half-point PPR, Jamar Chase Claypool, or Alex Madison. He only needs one.
Oh, boy. I guess I would go with Madison.
The rules of flexology as laid out by Bob Harris tells you start the running back there.
Yeah, not always. Not always.
I mean, it depends on who it is.
Yeah.
Definitely depends on who it is. All right, let's see. Melvin Gordon, Cordarrelle Patterson, or Christian Kirk in a PPR. Need one.
I think you're going to go Melvin Gordon there just because he is splitting. It's a pretty good matchup. So now, if Hopkins was out, I would go Kirk. But I don't. Well, we should find out in 2 minutes.
We should actually, yeah, because it's the last of the early games listed. Ponch wants to know who you play to pivot off of Cook. He's got Cordarrelle Patterson, Sony Michel, Kenneth Gainwell, and Zach Moss.
Oh boy, I guess in that case I don't love it. I would go Sony Michel, hope he finds the end zone or catches 4 or 5 passes. Because again, I don't think they run a lot, but I mean Patterson, that would be a guy that maybe because he has been involved, but I'd go with Sony Michel.
I like it. Mike Davis or Marquis Brown.
Hollywood. Why? I don't know why we're getting questions on Hollywood Brown right now. Like the guy's been balling out the first 2 weeks. He's got Detroit. I know he's dealing with a little bit of an ankle, but he barely practiced last week and had a big game. I don't know. Hollywood Brown to me is like a wide receiver too. I mean, I know there's a lot of depth at wide receiver, but yeah, I'm playing Hollywood, man.
I like it. Javonte Williams, Trey Sermon, Mecole Hardman, Christian Kirk. Sermon for me as well. Somebody actually posted James Grande wants to know about your burner account.
It's not my burner account. Trust me, bro. I do not have time to create a burner account. So I don't know who it is, but it's not me. I can assure you of that. If he wants, can go through all my computer history. You'll see. By the way, DeAndre Hopkins is in.
DeAndre Hopkins is in, everybody. Mark that down. All right, let's see. What else we got?
Joey Bosa is active as well.
Who?
Joey Bosa is active for the Chargers.
Ooh.
That's good. Since I am on Chargers plus 6.5, that is good for me.
Right. I'm on Chargers plus 6.5 here also. Loving that. That also, I tell you, man, that game, it gives Pat Mahomes a reason to be running around in the backfield, though, right? Like that was one of the things that, who was I talking to? Oh, I was talking about the Washington game today, right? And that Chase Young, running around the backfield. Where is my for Josh Allen? His rushing yard prop was like 37.5 yards. And I'm like, this is a good thing for him. Like he going up against the pass rush, like what Washington has, that's good because that'll get him out of the pocket and that'll get him, into running a little bit more. It's something you got to pay attention to with a lot of these, mobile quarterbacks, especially if you're looking at like rushing yard props or, just looking to add some rushing yards. If a team doesn't have a decent pass rush, Well, then they're just going to set up in the pocket. Kyler Murray, right? Kyler Murray today. Is he going up against a decent pass rush? Not really. So is there a reason for him to be flushed out of the pocket, or does he get a chance to kind of set up?
Yeah, no, it's some points that you have to look at, especially when considering props. Carson Wentz is active.
Hey, Carson Wentz is active. I love it. All right, let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Dan Malin hanging out here in the NFL chat room. But people aren't throwing their questions into the live stream area, so I'm just chilling out here in the NFL room. So let's see what else we got. The Hamburglar needs 2 in a PPR format. Robble. Gaskin, Mike Davis, Javonte Williams, Quintez Cephas, or KJ Osborne. He's leaning Gaskin and Williams right now. What do you think?
That was Javonte Williams, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's close between him and Mike Davis. Obviously, we've seen Patterson cut into Davis a little bit, although Davis still catching passes. So, yeah, I think I lean Javonte.
It's 2. You get 2 of them.
Yeah, and Gaskin.
Yeah. See, I'm going Javonte Williams and Mike Davis here because Jacoby Brissett is he's a selfish son of a bitch, and once you get down inside the goal line, what's he doing? Is he handing the ball off? Is he passing it? No, he's keeping it himself. That's just a wasted touchdown there for fantasy purposes. Pisses me off. Selfish son of a bitch. Damn it. PPR need 2 out of these. DJ Chark, Brian Edwards, Marquez Callaway, and Elijah Moore.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, this dude's playing in a deep league.
Chark and who was the second guy?
Edwards from the Raiders.
Yeah, Chark and Edwards.
Standard league, would you start Jamal Williams or Latavius Murray today?
Latavius. He's been involved in the offense. It's Detroit. He's been scoring a little bit. I know Jamal Williams not as involved last week, so I'm going to go Latavius.
Going Latavius. All right, let's see. Let's find some more questions.
T. Higgins is officially inactive.
T. Higgins officially inactive. All right. So Ponch has Hopkins, but would you pivot to either Jamar Chase or Mike Evans in a full PPR?
Look, for me, Hopkins plays and he's out there. I'm playing him. The guy's always exuded toughness. So for me, and I don't have any Hopkins, I'd play him. So I mean, that comes down to individual decision with injuries. Sometimes people are like, if he's not completely healthy, I'm going to play someone who's close. But usually, if they're going to put Hopkins out there, especially against Jacksonville, I'm going to play him in season long.
Yeah, listen, there are just certain guys, no matter what. If they're playing, I'm using them because
Jacksonville's missing 2 quarters. C.J. Henderson, Trey Herndon are out.
Oh, really? Oh,
yep.
See, that makes me enjoy my my Christian Kirk play there. I'm using Kirk in some GPPs for DFS solely because obviously I like Kirk. I think he can stretch the field nicely and he can get position. Everybody's on Rondale Moore now. Everybody. And, if you're looking to differentiate yourself in a GPP tournament, right, it's like I'm pivoting from Jamar Chase to Tyler Boyd. I'm pivoting from, Hopkins and Rondale Moore to Christian Kirk. You have to find a way to separate yourself from the pack. And it's not, you just got to be careful of that. Ooh, here we go. Got some questions here. Let's see. In a PPR format, Pollard, Woods, or Hunt at flex?
Robert Woods? Yeah, dude. Woods is going to have a good game this week. I know Cooper Kupp is dominating, but again, they're going to be pass heavy, and I think Woods has a good game this week. I think he's kind of someone you could look at in DFS too. Everyone's going to be on Kupp. Woods still had a good game last week. It wasn't Cooper Kupp because he didn't find the end zone, and I also could see them involved. They've done this before. Robert Woods a couple of running plays, end arounds, because they're going to have trouble running the football against Tampa. So Robert Woods.
Robert Woods. I feel like I let down my wife, Adam.
Again?
The other week. Well, not in the bedroom. That's standard.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, that's standard. That's why she's got her guy on the side. No, so I'm looking at waivers this past week in the Dirty Laundry League that it's all husbands and wives, right? And I'm like, why is Robert Woods sitting on waivers right now?
What?
Right? And then I look and I see that she was the one who dropped him. And I was like, what are you doing? She's like, well, I'm just, he was my worst guy. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? And I had to we had to have the talk. I had to sit her down and give her the talk as if she was a newbie fantasy player. She just wasn't staying up on the news and stuff, and saw the 2 weeks of disappointment. And I'll tell you what, man, that's what we bump into here a lot in this industry. It's we sit here and we look at some of these questions and we're like, yeah, this is a no-brainer here, right? Obviously Woods. People are so down on him. It's crazy. It's everybody loves Tyler Lockett and hates DK Metcalf. Everybody loves Cooper Kupp and they hate Robert Woods. But these guys aren't guys who should be dropped. Not by any.
She's lost patience. 2 weeks of disappointment. She's had at least 10 years of disappointment from you.
10, dude. 20 years of disappointment.
I wasn't sure. I was going to say 20, but I wasn't sure. So I said at least 10.
Well, yeah, I was probably a lot better, for the first 10 years.
Probably.
Maybe that.
That's fair.
I just got worn out. I'm so tired all the time.
It's not noticeable. You seem to always have a lot of energy, so you mask it well. Oh, that's why. Yeah. See,
today's live stream is sponsored by Yahoo and Red Bull.
Yeah, I don't do the Red Bull. I do coffee. That's what it does. So everyone has their different pick me up.
I don't do the coffee.
I know.
How do you take your coffee, Adam?
Light, not too much sugar. Been trying to decrease the sugar each time.
Oh, so you used to be a light and sweet guy.
Yeah, and then when I was years ago, then I'm like, yeah, this is not good. And I start to really like the taste of coffee more anyway. So hopefully I'll get to the point where I use no sugar.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And maybe go a little darker.
I do darker for other things. Not my coffee.
Dessert.
Yeah, exactly. Dessert. Good one. Very good. That's why you do this.
Oh, look at that. Jock wants to know, for a half-point PPR, would you play Higbee or Jonnu Smith today?
Man, this is a Higbee game. They're going to be passing a lot. I know he was a disappointment last week, but they have to go pass heavy against Tampa. So this will be a solid Tyler Higbee week.
All right. Right, he's always good for one, right?
Well, he was good. Yeah, solid week one. I like Jonnu, but Hunter Henry's there. So they kind of cancel each other out. So I have Higbee higher this week.
All right. Let's see. If Cook doesn't play, should I start Alex Madison over Cortland Sutton?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I do like Sutton this week. I think he's in a pretty good spot here against the Jets. Had a big game last week, but I would go with Madison. And both those games, yeah, Denver's 4:00, right? So yeah, you can wait it out, and if somehow Cook is active, surprisingly, you can just go to Sutton.
PPR format: Sermon, James Robinson, Sony Michel.
Sermon, Robinson, yes, seeing more touches last week, but still that offense is iffy, and I don't like Sony Michel's matchup. He's got to score a touchdown to come through.
Yes, he does.
The yards won't be there on the ground.
No, they won't. Half-point PPR, Damian Harris or CEH?
We'll go with Damian Harris. Look, I think CEH obviously was disappointment last week, the fumble. I don't think they completely phase him out, but he might lose some goal line carries to Darrell Williams. They don't throw to him enough. He's still an RB2, but yeah, there's definitely some concerns.
Enough. They don't throw to him at all. It's crazy. Yeah. Javonte Williams or Melvin Gordon in a half-point PPR. Other options would be James Robinson or Corey Davis if that tickles your fancy a little more.
I'll go Javonte Williams. Again, it's a split. He's got a little bit more explosiveness to his game, even though I know Melvin Gordon had the big run in week 1, but it is pretty much a split where I think most people are hoping for Javonte to eventually emerge. It could happen, but I usually rank Javonte a little bit higher.
Half-point PPR, I need 2 out of these 3. Sanders, Davis, Madison.
I'm assuming that's Mike Davis.
And I'm assuming that it's Miles Sanders, too.
Yeah.
Or it could be Emmanuel Sanders and Gabriel Davis.
Right.
I don't know.
But, yeah, so Sanders and Madison.
Should I start Robinson or Williams? I'm just kidding, dude.
I wouldn't be surprised anymore with people.
Comes in all the time like that. Chark or Michelle?
Damn. PPR?
Doesn't say.
I guess Chark.
Have Latavius Murray in 2 leagues as a handcuff for Williams. Drop him for Sermon?
Yes.
Raiders defense available on waivers or stick with the Rams defense?
I don't see how you could play the Rams defense against Tampa. I mean, is Brady going to turn it over? So it was the Rams or Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Raiders, man. I know they've actually been better defensively than people think. They've gotten some sacks. It is Jacoby Brissett. Again, we both think Miami is going to keep this close, but that doesn't matter for fantasy defense. If the Raiders come away with 1 defensive touchdown and lose, you don't care, right? So I'll take the Raiders.
All right. Half-point PPR, Sony Michel, Javonte Williams, or DJ Chark.
Wait, who was this middle one?
Javonte.
Yeah, I'll go Javonte Williams.
Jamal Williams, Latavius Murray, Michael Carter, Sony Michel, or Tyler Boyd in a half-point PPR.
Boyd
for me, too. Jonnu Smith or Austin Hooper?
That is closer. I think I have Smith a little bit higher. I do. I think Hooper could have a decent game. Again, no Jarvis Landry. They've been throwing to the tight ends a lot. I'm going to go Jonnu, but if you want to go Hooper, I will not talk you out of it.
Hooper drives the boat, Chief. It's a movie reference. Sorry, Adam. I know you don't get it.
What movie?
Jaws?
Oh, okay. You guys remember every line. I'm not good at that shit. Oh, sorry.
You're not allowed to say shit. Oh, this isn't anti-up.
That's true. Because we would have a lot more wildness by now.
People are sitting there with like their small infants on their lap while they're staring at this live stream, and now look at you. You're just dropping, S-bombs everywhere.
You repeated it.
You duped me into it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so I control you now.
I got catfished by Adam Ronis's bad language. Need one here, Adam. Julio Jones, Mike Davis, Tyson Williams, or Javonte Williams. It is a half-point PPR, my friend.
Hey, Julio was one of them that stood out, and Javonte, and who else?
Tyson Williams, Mike Davis.
I'm going to go Julio. He looked pretty good last week. Should have had a touchdown. How is that not a touchdown? We talked about it. That was a touchdown. And I don't even have Julio, so it didn't affect me. I did have Tannehill, though, so.
Let's see. Stupid kicker question here. Have Bass, Carlson, Prater, Gano all available?
Prater.
Go with the old fogey, huh? PPR, have McLaurin, Thielen as wide receivers, starting Sutton in the flex. Drake is on the bench. Would you sit McLaurin and plug in Drake because of the matchup and guaranteed touches for Drake?
Oh, I mean, you don't sit McLaurin, man. I know Buffalo's defense has been excellent so far, but McLaurin's just so explosive, so I can't sit him.
I'm with you. Need one running back and 2 flex, full PPR. Sanders, Boyd, Pittman, Madison.
Needs 2, right?
Needs 3. One running back and 2 flex.
Anders, Boyd, and
Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamar Chase or Robert Woods?
Oh boy. In a PPR, right?
Full PPR, yes.
Damn, I like both. I'm gonna go Woods. Again, I think they pass a lot, and Tampa's susceptible in the secondary.
There you are.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened. You froze. I don't know if it was me or you, but
you
I'm back.
froze and you were like this. You were like,
You were frozen on mine too. So
did I have that look on my face though, or was I like that?
Yours was worse.
You had a wonky eye going that way. You had like your teeth are flashing.
It happens. It happens.
Your ponytail was all over the place. You had like full Gene Simmons hair. By the way, I said Gene Simmons hair about your hair to James Grande, and he had to Google Gene Simmons because he didn't know who it was.
I know him due to Scott Angle working with him all those years.
Well, yeah, that I know, but also because you're a normal human being who knows who Gene Simmons is. Come on.
True.
All right, let's see. Oh, Gridiron Goddess said, I thought you were headed into a Get Roman ad there, but you mixed it up with the Red Bull. She caught me.
By the way, doesn't matter for fantasy, but Devontae Booker is inactive, so maybe Saquon, huge workload.
Dude, I love Saquon today.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, extra rest. Atlanta should be in a good spot.
Yeah, I'm a big fan there. Big fan. Let's see. Quarter point PPR. Would you go with Madison or Godwin?
Have a quarter point PPR, right? I'm gonna go Godwin.
Let's see. Oh, somebody's asking how they get into the Bender Ronis chat. So exclusive. 2 questions if possible. Why not, right? Mike Williams or Cortland Sutton in a standard league?
Big Mike Williams. He has been a stud, 22 targets the last 2 weeks. Herbert's had 330 passing yards or more in 2 games. I know Sutton's got a good spot, but I'm playing Mike Williams.
Me too. The IDP question, TJ Watt or Cole Holcomb. You got to go Holcomb. I think TJ Watt's out today.
Yeah, I know the inactives are out. I didn't see TJ Watt, but yeah, I think he might be out.
Let me go to the inactives right now and sneak a little peek here. I got a whisper from our producer saying that TJ Watt is inactive. Let me run through some inactives here real quick. For the Bears, Andy Dalton, Brashad Perriman, Artie Burns. That's about it there. For the Browns, nobody of any consequence. Cardinals, Andy Isabella, Eno Benjamin, they're inactive. For the Jags, like you said, C.J. Henderson, Trey Herndon, both out of that defensive backfield. So that's going to be interesting. For the Chargers, Easton Stick, Joshua Kelly, Trey McKitty, he's also inactive. For the Chiefs, Charvarius Ward, Frank Clark, also out for the Chiefs. For Washington, nobody of any consequence. For the Bills, Matt Breida is inactive. So is Boogie Basham. I just wanted to say Boogie Basham. For the Colts, Marlon Mack is inactive today, folks. He's inactive. He was getting some touches there. He was seeing some snaps. For the Titans, Ferkser is inactive. For the Steelers, yes, TJ Watt is officially inactive. Deontay Johnson inactive. Dwayne Haskins inactive. So if Big Ben's booby issue is bothering him, it's going to be Mason Rudolph. And we all know how great Mason Rudolph is.
Yes, we have seen.
For the Bengals, T. Higgins, Trey Waynes, they're out. For the Saints, Lil Jordan Humphrey, Desmond Trufant, they're both out for today's game. For the Patriots, Ramondre Stevenson gets the old inactive move there. Bummer for him. Devin Asiasi also out. For the Falcons, A.J. Terrell, Russell Gage, Wayne Gallman, they're all on the inactive list. For the Giants, Devontae Booker, like you said, he's there. Josh Jackson, also inactive. For the Ravens, Derek Wolfe, Darius Washington. There's a lot of guys out with COVID, though, also on the defensive side of the ball. For the Lions, Jamie Collins, Trey Flowers, Jermar Jefferson. Those are your inactives for today. So, booyah. All right, let's get back to the old Q&A here. Let's see what everybody wants. Let's see. The only person who's putting the questions into the proper channel is James Grande, and he's just all up on you on the burner thing.
Okay.
And your foul language too.
Yeah.
And the fact that you duped me into using bad words.
Didn't realize they have so much control over you.
I just want to be just like you, Adam.
Okay.
Just like you. Unmarried. Living in a chocolate factory.
Your wife is not home today, huh?
She is.
Oh.
It's not even 9 o'clock on a Sunday here. She's not out of bed yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like normal people.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's my favorite thing about Saturday night is that I get to like sleep on the couch because if the alarm goes off at 4 a.m. she on a Sunday, she loses her mind.
Oh, I would too.
Loses her mind. Half point PPR, Pittman, Juju, or Shepard?
It comes down to Juju or Shepard. I'm going to go with Shepard.
I am too. Jack Doyle or Pat Fryermuth?
Doyle.
McLaurin or Mike Williams in a standard league? How can you not use both?
I know. It's close, but I'm going to go McLaurin.
Need 2 out of Tyson Williams, Cortland Sutton, and Alex Madison.
And this is PPR?
PPR doesn't say.
Okay. So it was Sutton, Williams, and
Madison.
Ooh, I will go Sutton and Madison.
Sutton and Madison. I like it. Let's see. More questions. Scrolling through. Half point PPR, Galladay or Quintez Cephas?
I will still go Galladay. I know they talked about the reduced snaps, but I will go Galladay.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, sifting through, looking for more questions here. Ooh, Jerry Coltastic is typing. He's typing. I just see those dots moving. I'm very excited. I'm very anxious. Nope, never mind. Oh, there it goes. Somebody else. PPR, Sermon or Javonte Williams?
Sermon.
All right. Is he the most asked about guy in today's live stream?
Probably. I mean, because, people haven't used him, and now with Elijah Mitchell doubtful, he's now the main back against Green Bay. So people probably had him on the bench, were using the first 2 weeks, and now they have a decision to make.
Indeed. All right. I don't see any last late breaking news outside of the inactives that we just got. Here's a flex question. Drake, Tim Patrick, or Mike Davis, full point PPR?
I'm going to go with Drake. He's had at least 5 receptions in the first 2 games. I know they used Barber a little bit on the ground. Tough matchup last week. And, if you love the revenge game, here you go.
I don't love it for Drake. I got to be honest with you.
Why? Why? You use the revenge game for everyone, but Drake doesn't apply?
Well, because he's been away from Miami for a little while, and his real hatred for Miami was more Adam Gase.
Oh, he told you that?
Yeah, I was talking to him about it.
Okay.
He hated Adam Gase.
Okay.
He texted me. You want to see the text? I'll forward you the text.
Yeah, you can forward it to me. That would be cool.
Forward you the text right now. Here it comes. Let's see. Where is Adam? Adam, why did you send me emojis of eggplants? I don't understand.
Oh, you did get that? You didn't respond. I thought you didn't get it. I was very upset.
I didn't understand it. What does that mean?
Okay, I'll explain to you after. I've already gotten in trouble once today.
More than once.
Okay.
Yeah. Not great, Bob. Not great. Derek Carr or Dak Prescott this week?
Come on, Dak Prescott.
Flex in a PPR, Chris Carson or Juju Smith-Schuster?
Chris Carson.
OBJ or Devonta Smith?
Smith.
What do you think of OBJ coming back today?
I think I'm using him in one league, and I don't feel great about it. I just have some injuries. They said he's not going to be on a pitch count from what I saw, so I think he is a guy you probably want to see on the field first. But I have him in the wide receiver 3 range, so I'm lukewarm. I'm hoping he can make a big play, maybe find the end zone. But I mean, because the weakness for Chicago is the secondary. So you hope he sees 7-8 targets and maybe he finds the end zone.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Would you start CEH or Chase Edmonds over Zeke?
No.
Me neither. Full point PPR. Need one for a flex. Sutton, Pittman, Damian Harris, or Tyson Williams?
Sutton.
Sutton. I like it. Latavius Murray or Michael Carter in a half-point PPR?
Carter's interesting this week. Tevin Coleman's inactive. We saw Carter get more involved last week, but I will go Latavius. Better offense, could find the end zone. But I do think Michael Carter, keep your eye on him. We might be starting him next week. But yeah, I have him ranked around 40 at running back. But I think people gave up on him too quick. He was a guy that was going probably too early in drafts early. He was going 4th, 5th round. Then he started to fall. And I think people have given up on him. But I still expect him to be the guy that emerges out of this backfield. And the Jets offense cannot be as bad as they were last week for the whole year.
Or could they?
Maybe.
Mike Gesicki or Jawan Johnson in a full point PPR?
But, this is what happens when you don't have one of those top tight ends. You are just really desperate. So
scraping the bottom of that barrel.
Yeah. This is, end of the night, late night at the bar. You've had struck out all night. You're like, all right, well, this is what I'm taking home.
The lights go on. You're like, Gesicki. Oh! Well, who? Gesicki or Juwan Johnson?
Gesicki.
Sure about that?
No, I'm not sure, but, I have to make a choice here.
All right, here we go. 2 more. Start 2 at the wide receiver in a standard league. Chark, Mooney, Cordarrelle Patterson.
Chark and Mooney.
Need 1 running back and 2 flex. Sanders, Madison, Boyd, Pittman.
I'm sitting Pittman.
Sitting Pittman there as well. And there you go, folks. Listen, you guys can keep asking questions in the Discord channels. I see Dan Malin in there. I see James Babyface Grande in there. Perhaps Matt Sells will be in there in a little bit. But there you go. You've got all the stuff that you need over at fantasyalarm.com, dfsalarm.com. Again, play some Yahoo. We got like a great contest here. Nobody loses money. The last place team in this contest just doubles their money. I think $500 to first place. Go to fantasyalarm.com/Yahoo. Sign up at Yahoo. All right. Use the promo code ALARM. Make your first deposit. Then go back to dfsalarm.com because you will then see that you get the playbook for free. You'll also get $25 contest credit into your Yahoo account, again, upon your first deposit there. And then go over to fantasyalarm.com/easymoney. Jump into this Yahoo contest. Easy peasy, right? Doesn't cost you anything to play, and you're always going to make some money on that. So, Adam, any final thoughts here before we get on out?
Yeah, just make sure you follow the inactives the rest of the day. Make sure that Dalvin Cook is indeed out like we expect. So yeah, you got, even though kickoff is 1 p.m. Eastern, you got to pay attention to the rest of the day.
No doubt about it. All right, well, that's going to do it for us. Adam, thank you so much again for filling in on the Sunday morning. For Adam Ronis and our producer, Matt Sells, big thanks to him. I'm Howard Bender. This has been the Fantasy Alarm Game Day live stream. We'll catch you next time.